channel today. So today's video, we're going to be doing the dope or nope on the new Kylie Cosmetics The Bronze Palette. Ooh, I'm so excited. All right, so this is the new eyeshadow palette that she just released. Super hard to get right now. It keeps selling out in like 35 seconds or less, which is insane. They already had 2 launches. I was able to get this one in the first launch, and I also got 2 more in the second launch, which will be in a future giveaway for you guys, so don't worry, definitely stay tuned for that. So before we get into the dope or nope review, make sure to hit the subscribe button right here. That way you get notified for future videos, and you get notified for that coming giveaway because it's going to be awesome, like epic. I'm so excited. So when those eyeshadow palettes come in the mail, that is when I will be posting that giveaway because I want them here for you guys to see. So yeah, get excited for that. But now let's go ahead and get on into this review. So first off, this palette retails for $42 and you get a total of 9 eyeshadows in here. 2 of the eyeshadows are satin finishes and the other 7 are all matte finishes. So this palette has a great range from warm tone and cool tone eyeshadows. So I think if you like either or, you would definitely like this palette because it's got a great range of them. I'm more on the cooler tone side. I love cool tone eyeshadows. Most people love warmer tone eyeshadows. I'm a huge lover of cool tone, but I really do love the color selection in this palette. All right, so now I want to go ahead and tell you guys like how much product you're getting in here. So each pan in this palette is exactly 1.4 grams, and I wanted to compare it to something else that is very similar. So when I saw, there we go. So when I saw this palette, it really reminded me of the Makeup Geek MANNY MUA like packaging, which is this little baby right here. So you can see they're fairly similar. The MANNY MUA one is a little bit bigger packaging, but when you open up this palette, you actually get a mirror inside, which is awesome. We all know we love getting mirrors and palettes, especially for traveling. It makes it so much easier. And the Kylie Cosmetics one, you actually do not get a mirror. You just get Kylie on the inside of it. Awesome. So MANNY MUA's palette with Makeup Geek actually has the same exact amount of eyeshadows in here. We have exactly 9 eyeshadows in here. And this palette actually retails for $45, which is $3 more than the Kylie Cosmetics one. So I also wanted to talk about the sizes of the pans in here, so that way you get kind of a comparison to the Kylie Cosmetics palette. So in this palette, you actually get 1.8 grams in it, which is exactly 0.4 grams more than the Kylie Cosmetics. But Kylie Cosmetics is actually $3 cheaper too. So it kind of comes down to like how picky you want to be about it, but I just kind of wanted to compare the two so you knew what sizes these pans were in this palette. And again, this one is $3 cheaper. All right, so also I want to talk about the shipping in this, you guys, because this is something that I keep forgetting to mention in every review that I do. So Kylie Cosmetics shipping, it has a flat rate. So no matter what you order, if you order 1 product, if you order 5 products, no matter what, it's going to be a flat rate of $8.95 for anywhere in the United States. If you decide to ship internationally, it's going to be $14.95 flat rate. So if you guys are ever ordering from Kylie Cosmetics, I definitely recommend ordering a few products to kind of justify that shipping rate. And what I did is I also went onto Makeup Geek's website because I wanted to kind of compare the two to kind of see how she does her shipping, if it's a flat rate as well. And on her website, it isn't. It's actually like for their standard rate, it's going to be either $1.99 to $8.99 for standard shipping. And if you decide to ship internationally, it's going to be anywhere from $6.99 to $16.99. So yeah, I definitely wish that Kylie Cosmetics did that. I think that they should go by the weight of the package and how much you order rather than just a flat rate. Because if you're just ordering 1 product, that's a really expensive shipping. And also each package comes in a really big box. So that's probably why the shipping is so expensive. But yeah, in my opinion, I definitely think that they should do kind of a fluctuated shipping rate depending on how much you order rather than a flat rate. All right, so now getting into the packaging, you get this little card in there and she winks at you. There we go. Woo, hello, Kylie. Very cool. Very nice little card in here, you guys. It's pretty legit. So yeah, this is also the packaging of it too right here, which is a really cute little box. I really love her packaging. I also love it how she did like the metallic shades right here for like the dripping eyes. It's so her and it goes so well with the theme of her product, so I really give an A+ to packaging. All right, so now into the review of the eyeshadows here. So again, there are 9 eyeshadows in here. There are 2 satin finishes and there are 7 matte finishes. I actually use these on my eyes today, but I first want to swatch them before I go into like my in-depth review of each shadow kind of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them on my arm real quick and I will be right back. All right, so here are the 9 swatches on my arm. So we're gonna start with the first one right here, and I'm working from left to right, down, left to right, down, left to right. So the first one right here is called Jasper, and this is the cream matte eyeshadow in here. And as you guys know, I always love it when a palette includes a cream matte shadow because I have to set my eyeshadow primer with the cream shadow just so that way it's a little bit easier to blend any other shadows on top of it. And yeah, so when I use this one, I put on the NARS eyeshadow primer on my right eye. I used it and it looked horrible, to be honest. Like when I applied it, I was like, whoa, what's going on? Is this the primer? It looked really chalky. It just did not look good. So what I did is I went and added the MAC Paint Chili Paint Pot on the other eye, and it applied a little bit better, but it still was kind of chalky. So I definitely was a little bit bummed out with Jasper just because it comes off a little bit chalky. Like honestly, even when you put your finger in it, you can even see the chalkiness that it has in it, you know? It just gives you like, you just put your, you know, if you're a gymnast and you go put your hands in the chalk pile, like that's what this looks like to me. So I was really bummed out about that one. And then the next shade down is called Quartz, and this is one of the satin finish eyeshadows. It's a really gorgeous kind of warm champagne shade, and I do wish it was a little bit more pigmented, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I think it'd be really pretty for like a very neutral everyday eye look. So I'm super excited to try that one out, and it swatched really beautifully too. Like it wasn't patchy at all, it wasn't chalky, it just swatched really gorgeous. So the third shade down right here is called Topaz, and this is like a medium brown shadow. Just by looking at the shadows in this palette, they definitely are missing a lighter transition shade to put in the crease just to help these darker shades to blend a little bit better. I really wish she had a lighter transition shade in here, but yeah, so Topaz is a medium cool tone brown. I use this one all on my lid, so I use a flat shadow brush and just really packed it on. I did notice it went on a little bit patchy, but once you packed it on and blended a little bit, it looked beautiful, so it definitely ended up working out in the end. And the fourth shadow down is called Goldstone, and this one is another satin finish eyeshadow. It just looks stunning. It really swatched really nicely too. Again, I really like the satin finish eyeshadows in here. I think they're formulated really well and they went on very even. All right, so now onto the orange shadow in here, and this one is called Citrine. So I use this one in my crease because it's like the only one I could really think of using in my crease, and just to like use it as a transition shade. So I went in with a fluffy eyeshadow brush just to kind of slowly work it in. I did struggle with this one, you guys. It was a little bit patchy, it was a little bit hard to work with, but it did end up blending. But I'm like just sitting there and like blend, 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 blend. Like it was non-stop blending with that one. So I definitely did notice a little bit of a challenge with Citrine. And the brown shade right here, which is more of a warmer tone brown, is called Tiger Eye. I think this one was a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. I use this one also in my crease, and again, it was a little bit hard to work with, but once you just keep blending, it works. My tip with this palette, it was really like any way that you really should apply an eyeshadow, is put your brush in it because it does give a little bit of kickback. Knock off the excess and then slowly build up with it, and then just keep blending and blending and blending. That's really how you want to apply any eyeshadows in your crease and be working with anything, but that's a really necessary tip with these, because if you put too much product on, it really goes on patchy and it takes a long time to blend that out. So definitely recommend working your way up and just keep blending. Definitely have a fluffy eyeshadow brush. All right, so the next shadow right here is called Hematite, and this one is like a burnt brown with a red undertone. I think it's really, really pretty. I actually did not use this one, but I do think it's going to be like the other shadows, where it's going to be a little hard to work with, but you just have to keep blending. All right, so the next shadow is called Bronzite, and this one is more of a deeper chocolatey brown, which is really pretty. I actually use this one as like my eyeliner. I took a flat definer brush and put that on there, and it worked beautifully with that. And I also just kind of like blended it out a bit just to make it a little bit more smokier, and I really did like using that shade as an eyeliner, so that one definitely was a thumbs up for me. All right, so the last shade is called Obsidian, and I did not use this shade either. This is just a very matte black. I think it also look really pretty if you use it as an eyeliner, just to kind of really make the look a little bit more smokier. All right, so do I think this palette is a dope or a nope? I definitely do think it's a dope because I really love the color selection that she chose. I think these are going to be perfect for the fall time. Like, this is definitely going to be a palette that I'm going to gravitate to for the fall, just because these colors are just perfect for it. Do I think this palette is a necessity that you have to have? Nope, I don't. Because I think you can find colors that are very similar in this palette in other palettes that you may have, such as the Morphe 35O. The colors are very similar in these two palettes, and this is a lot cheaper. So as you guys can see right here, there are definitely very similar colors that are in the Kylie Cosmetics palette that are in the Morphe 35O. So if you guys are unable to get your hands on the Kylie Cosmetics palette, then definitely go pick up the Morphe 35O. I guarantee you, you won't be disappointed. It's an amazing palette, and you also get a lot more color selection too. But I definitely do think the colors in this palette are very gorgeous. All right, so that is the end of my dope or nope review on the new Kylie Cosmetics palette. If you guys enjoyed this review, then please give it a thumbs up. And also feel free to leave your comments down below what you guys think about this palette. I always love hearing your guys' opinions. Also, if you guys were able to get your hands on this palette, please let me know what your thoughts are on the matte shadows. I would love to hear your opinions as well. And don't forget to subscribe for future videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Bronzer palette bronze palette, which was super. So expect on the new Kylie, make sure to click the link down below. Ooh, big like 100K giveaway, but now that we're at like 160, it might be like 150K giveaway. I don't know what I'm entitled yet, but I'm just rambling now. So before we get to that nope or nope.